Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the MGM Adventures podcast hosted by Matt.
And Gina.
The theater has returned
Thank you, Jesus.
to Kings Island. Is the Phantom Theater nostalgia done right? Is our real question. Is it done right? Is this a good ride?
Let's find out. Please make sure to like, follow, and share us on all our social channels.
Well, the big news is, like we mentioned, Phantom Theater Opening Nightmare has opened at Kings Island.
Woo-hoo.
It's been open. It was open for pass holder preview day. It was open for opening day. And it's been open every day since, from what we've been told. So we weren't there every day, but every day, as far as we know, it's been open.
If you don't want any spoilers,
Probably
just
skip
turn it down.
I would.
Let it roll. Just turn it off.
Mute the volume, because all we're going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
Probably. We're obviously going to give our thoughts and opinions on it. We've ridden it 4 times, once before our trip and 3 times after our trip.
Yep.
So our California trip that we will have episodes coming out for next. So next episodes are going to be on that. We got some topics there. We went to a special event, just as a preview. So anyway, back to Phantom Theater. So I will say it was announced last year. We had pretty high hopes for it. The rumblings were it was Sally Dark Rides, which Sally Dark Rides has done some. Sally Dark Rides did do Boo Blasters, but more recently we've been on a couple Sally Dark Rides ourselves, and the more newer ones, Volcano, Last Island, which we thought was wonderful.
Really?
So we had high expectations, and then obviously we got more information on it. IAPA released some more. At IAPA they showcased the Maestro and No Legs Larry animatronics. So they were like, oh, great. So, we'd always hoped that the Phantom Theater would come back, I would say. And if it did, we wanted it to come back right. Of course, if you don't know, Phantom Theater was in the park from 1992 to 2002 and then got out of there.
Unfortunately.
To Scooby-Doo and the Haunted Castle.
Yeah.
And then Boo Blasters. And that's back.
For hopefully a while.
Yeah, you can tell that they spent some money on it. I'll say that. We'll just go there. So that's kind of the backstory. If you didn't know...
Who did the outside of the castle?
We should talk about the outside of the castle. So it was a castle for Boo Blasters. Yeah. I don't think it looks as castle-y now. It does look like a fancy theater now. We had talked in an episode that we knew someone was doing something, but we didn't know what, and that's Plague Productions. They did the outside, and it looks phenomenal, amazing. Still has like the castle outline, but if you didn't know it was a castle before, you can't even tell it's a castle. They've added a lot of minute details, music notes. They did some other things. There's windows on it now that it kind of looks like the Scooby-Doo eyes. I'm not going to lie. Where it's got the boards and the big eyes. It looks like the Scooby-Doo eyes, but I love it. So you can maybe call it an Easter egg. There's more Easter eggs that we'll get into. I call it an Easter egg. I don't know if anyone else has, but to me, the Scooby-Doo eyes on the windows are an Easter egg. There's some other designs. I think there's 2 Larry heads, on the outside going in, like theater heads. I think there's flashlights as part of the sign. It looks like I think it flashlights the sign. So there you go.
I don't know. I haven't been there at the dark.
We were there at the dark, and it was lit up well. Also on the outside, there are signs
for each
character, so you can learn about the characters. If you're not familiar with the characters, there are a couple characters. There's one new character,
Mr. Pretzel.
Sir Pretzel. And there's Lionel, forget his name. He was on the ride, but he was like a background character. Now he's more of a major character. Not like more than anyone else, but he's more advanced. And it kind of, Tower Topics brought this up, and I agree with him. He kind of looks like Pee Wee Herman. So there you go. But he's a all-around singer, unlike, our other singer. Hilda. Thank you.
Hilda, Bubby.
So that's the outside. Looks great. So I guess the question is, more spoilers coming. This is all from the outside, so I'm not going to call this a spoiler. What we really want to know is, was this good? What did we like? What we didn't like? We are going to kind of ad-lib this a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see some of this. We haven't wrote all this down, so we'll see how it goes. We got some high-level notes. So the question is, and spoilers? Right now, spoilers, spoiler warning. I almost knocked over the microphone. I am that excited for spoilers. I'm warning you now.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, so was it good?
It was phenomenal.
It's really good.
I really like it.
Yeah, we'll just start out with that. The first time is overwhelming. I'll just say it's overwhelming.
There's so much to take in.
Yeah. And I will say there's 2 ways to ride this. You can ride it either way. I wish I rode it the other way, but it was so busy, I wanted to experience it all in one, and that was with using the flashlight. You can also not use the flashlight, and I think both are good attractions. I'll say that. Um, I think um, the flashlight system works pretty well.
It does.
Uh, a little bit of a weirdness if you have 3 people in the car. It's a little weird. Not too bad.
Competitive. It's
It
competitive.
was pretty competitive, but you kinda go on top of each other, I'll say that. And it's kinda hard to get points, so if
You just couldn't see it with the guns. You probably went on top of each other there too.
maybe, I
But
don't know.
now you can see where
Yeah,
you're flashing
we
your
did
light.
not have a problem with the flashlights. I
No.
heard some people may have, but
They
I
just don't
didn't
know how to
hear.
use them.
And I will say, it's not like a real flashlight. It doesn't, like, light up. It lights up a little bit, but it doesn't, like, emit a beam of light. So it's more of it, like, lights up the color on the flashlight, but it really is on the screens.
It projects on the screen.
Projections. It's not a screen, to be clear. It's a physical thing with a projector on it. And then I thought the targeting worked well too. I don't think there was a problem with the targeting. I thought it worked pretty well. I think there's enough targets there if you're going for that. I could definitely see if you were one person in a car, it'd be super easy to get the max score.
I almost got the max score on the first try.
Yeah, and you had someone with you in a car also. Yeah,
It wasn't you.
it wasn't me. So anyway, there's that. The second time we rode it, we didn't play. We just sat there and just took it in, and that was a good experience. I'd probably recommend doing that the first time.
Just to be clear, we have fast lane.
We do. So it's helpful. So
we did not wait 3 hours each time to ride.
The line has been very popular. I'll say
Yes,
that.
the line has
The lowest we've seen it, the lowest I've seen the regular line is like at the gate. The longest we've seen it was Passover Preview for sure, and it went back to Great Pumpkin Coaster.
I really even think they went into the building.
They did. They used part of Peanut Show Place to get out of the sun for a little bit there before it went back into the sun. So a Passover Preview and that it felt more of a reasonable line when we went this past weekend. We'll see how it goes, but it's a popular ride. I will say the park was extremely busy when we went, and everything was busy, so it didn't surprise me that this was busy. Yeah. So I'll just say that.
Fast lane for Mystic Timber's 45 minutes, and the Beast.
Yeah, it's busy. So there's that. Anyway, so they do use the same ride vehicles.
Yeah.
As previously used. They did get a new color of paint, and they've got a little bit of upgrades for technology. Also, so with the original Phantom Theater, there was car.
Not anymore.
When they went to Scooby-Doo and Boo Blasters, they removed the next car. So it was car, space, car. With this, they've gone to car, space, car. So it's a little bit of a different thing. So that was honestly.
It could be space, car, space, car.
It's that. That was surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie. That was shocking. I was like, what is that? But it works better with the scenes because you can fit 2 of the cars on the scenes better than before, where it's kind of, you don't want to interact with them. And that props had to reset. This does not have to reset hardly at all. It's just there.
It resets.
It resets, but the notes don't really reset. The notes just keep coming, is what I'm saying. Like the other ones had to, like the Boo Blasters pop, you shot them, it did something and had to go back down. And so you needed that space for it to go back down. But this is just like continuing notes. I'll say that. Let's talk about the queue first, and then we'll get into more.
I haven't really seen it.
We've seen part of it. I want to go in the regular queue, but not right now.
No.
It's too crazy. So
this Larry is on the other side of the fast lane.
And he does have popcorn and some other snacks over there.
Not that you can eat. Just throwing that out there. You cannot buy it in the queue line.
I am happy that Maestro is back up on the balcony where he belongs. He does have Archie the cat up there with him as well. There are some cool lightning effects that occur in the queue.
That was weird.
Was there lightning that just happened?
Just lightning outside.
Anyway, so there are some cool lightning effects. The first day we went in there, it was very hard to hear. I don't know if that's because people were talking extra loud or whatnot. I feel like they turned it up when we went back. So,
or there was less people.
Or there was as many people. Maybe they weren't as boisterous. I don't know.
And also they have 6 portraits.
Instead of so when you go up the stairs, there's the portraits.
They'll have eyes that follow you. It's portraits of the characters that are in the ride,
Yeah, so they're
and they come and talk.
so they're in normal, like they were when they were live, and then the ghost notes comes and wakes them up, is what I gather. And then they sing and talk, and they kind of go bar back and forth. So
Yeah.
a little different.
It is.
So yeah. So the ride does have flashlights. I'd recommend riding it without the flashlights first, and then riding it again with the flashlights if you can. If you're only going to do it once, I guess just go all in. That's fine with the flashlights. We knew there were a lot of scenes, and there were a lot of scenes. We'll just say
Yeah.
that. I don't remember how many scenes there are.
Quite a few.
It starts out a little slow, not too slow. You go around the corner, and there's a legless Larry there, and then there's a clock, and then it rolls, and you see a door opens, and then you see Maestro. Then kind of things start to pick up from there.
There is also a screen where people are sitting
Correct.
down.
Yes. Yes. Sorry. It starts out a little slow, I think. A little slow. That's my opinion. I don't know if you agree or not.
Yes.
Okay. So the first scene is
The first-ish scene.
it's kind of Legolas Larry is kind of telling you what to do, and you're kind of going to the theater.
Yep. Well, not really. He said the
Kinda.
show's about to start, and then the door opens, and you see the
It's-
mic, and he's like, "Ah, the ghost notes."
So he's playing his organ.
And then Legless Larry tells you to use your flashlights to
Yeah.
get the ghost notes.
Yeah, which you're probably using your flashlights to get the ghost notes. So
Yes.
if that's a downside, I guess that's a downside.
And they have different scenes for like Hilda and
Yep. Each character kind of gets his own scene.
the main 3 from the show.
Yeah, the main
Got-
Hilda, Garbanzo, and Houdolini all get their own scene.
Yes.
Thankfully, I am sad. The Houdolini does have his rabbit. It's the nice rabbit, not the angry rabbit.
Sorry.
That's a downside for me.
But on the plus side,
Mhm.
they did bring in a song from the show.
Yep.
With everybody singing it.
Yeah, so you kind of introduce the characters one at a time, and then you see a bunch of them, and then Legolas Larry's going around in a circle, and then you see all of this is a spoiler, what are you talking about? And then you see all 6 characters. Maestro's not in here, but all 6 of the characters are performing on the stage, and they perform, which song is it?
Back on the stage again. That's
Which
not
was
how
a
it
nice
goes,
Easter
though.
egg, to be honest. There are Easter eggs in all the other scenes where you meet the characters, but let's talk about the one that caught me the first time was there's a note for Hilda to sharpen her sword. That one caught me the first time. I don't know why. So there are stuff like that. I will say, we'll talk about the Easter eggs a little bit more, but that's just one that I kind of caught because that was part of the show too, kind of where it was talking about the sword and poking people. So I thought it was funny. And then you catch ghost notes, you go around. Some classic scenes are there. The maestro playing is there. The boiler room is there.
And
Shocking.
it's warm sometimes.
Yeah,
It's not the same like heat that you got back in the day, but
it worked better the first time,
Yeah.
and then I've heard it doesn't work consistently. And it might be something with the weather because the HVAC may not be on in the building,
I don't know.
and so they didn't turn on the heat. I don't know. The first day we went, it was kind of chilly outside, so the heat was on. Then we went back, and it hasn't always been on. So do that what you want. But the boiler's there. The boiler's a little different. I'm not gonna lie. It used to be the 2-door boiler. Now it's a 1-door boiler. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. What?
2-door to 1.
Yeah, I don't know how we lost a door in a boiler. Should be the same boiler, right?
No, they could have got an upgrade.
They got a 2026 boiler
Yeah.
that still requires coal and it only has 1 door.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah. So there is a point scoring system, competitive with your friends if you want to be. That's fun. A lot of Easter eggs on the ride. Let's talk about some of those. There's obviously the song for the show, Phantom Theater Encore show. That's one for sure. There is several things that I thought they had gotten rid of, but they've got new ones where the things fall on you and have the chains on the back of them. I thought they were goners. There's a couple of those throughout the ride.
Legless Larry. Run it in a circle.
Goes in, uses the turntable. So if you know where the turntable was on Boo Blasters or Scooby Doo, there's a turntable with Legless Larry. So that's a reference. There are.
Let's be clear. We probably have not found them all.
No, there's a ton of them. My favorite one that I didn't know until someone pointed it out, I'll be completely frank, is there's a vulture. This vulture, I believe, and Tower Topics kind of heard this, so I'm going to go with what they've said. The vulture is the vulture from the Beastie sign. It looks just like him. When I saw him the first time, I didn't think anything of it, and someone's like, "Is that the vulture from the Beastie?" I was like, "Wait a minute. It is the vulture from the Beastie." So the vulture, I guess, survived the Beastie sign. So there you go. He's in the ride. There's also a mummy, which is a kind of a reference to Boo Blasters because there was a mummy, and maybe Scooby Doo, I think, had a mummy too that opens
I
up.
think so.
And the characters are kind of hiding in some costumes, which is kind of a throwback to the other, because there was a scene where one of the had an armor mask. So one of the characters in an armor mask, one's in a mummy, and that kind of thing. So, okay.
Thought I was going to sneeze.
I saw that. So we do like the ride. It's good. The characters are a little bit more on the cartoony side. I don't think that's a bad thing, though, to be
I
honest.
don't think so. I think it's more of an evolution to what they would have looked like.
Yeah.
If.
Yeah. I don't think
Back
the
in the day.
ride's as scary as the
Absolutely.
other one was, which I don't think the other one was scary.
I didn't think it was scary either.
It was good. I mean, it was kind of a ripoff of Haunted Mansion, the original version. It was. You gotta admit it.
There was no boiler in Haunted Mansion.
It was kind of. But so now they've kind of got a little bit more cartoony characters. I don't have a problem with the cartoony characters. I think they look good.
I think they look phenomenal.
They all work well. Like we said, we went on a busy Saturday. It had a little bit of a less line, so we rode it more than once, which is nice to have a ride that we feel like we could ride multiple times again. That was
because Boo Blasters.
After a certain point,
I need to ride this again all season.
We'd probably ride it once every 5 visits or something, just because it was hot or cold and rainy, and we're like, okay, we should ride Boo Blasters. Now it's going to be like, we're going to ride this every day.
Like, we're going to go to Kings Island to ride Phantom Theater.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there's that. There is merch for Phantom Theater. I don't like it as much as you do.
I like one shirt particularly.
There's one I like, but it's a sweater, and I wish it was a shirt. So I'm hoping it's okay. Some of the merch is okay. I'm sure it's selling okay. There is a pen. There's 2 pens. Be careful with the one because the one is not spelled right. So be aware of that.
Supposedly, I haven't seen it.
It's missing a letter in Phantom, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was an island.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. They have used AI for some merch. It's clear on some of the merch. Some of it looks okay. Some of it looks not okay. We'll leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
There's an Orion shirt and it has 3 across instead of 4, for example. Like, come on, someone check that, please. Okay, anyway.
Anywho, did you like the ride?
I like the ride a lot. I'm glad we have a good dark ride back. And Riverside is enough a Phantom Theater that I like it. We're going to ride it a lot for sure. Is it my favorite dark ride ever? Probably not, but it's going to be the one I ride the most for sure. It's got to pass, several others. It's very good. We also, of course, went to California in the middle of it. So, I think it's a very good quality ride. I would stack up, I would say, against most of the rides that we rode. I would say
I think
that.
it's better than the Berry ride at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, it's
because that's more screeny.
Yeah,
and this is not.
That's one of our concerns is it was going to be mostly screens. This is a good mix of physical and screens. So I think if the projectors didn't work, it would be fine. It would just be like get the ghost notes, and you can't get the ghost notes. So I think that's fine. Yeah, I like the ride quite a bit. I don't know where I rank it in total dark rides.
No idea.
I have no idea. We haven't really ranked our dark rides. It's very good. I would say it's on the same quality of Disney, Universal. I I don't know if it's on the same quality as some of the newer rides from them, because some of those are phenomenal, but I think it's very good. So, I think it's gonna be a hit at the park for sure.
It'll never be Haunted Mansion, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna beat Haunted Mansion. I don't think it's gonna beat, like, a Rise of Resistance or something like that,
Yeah, it's
because
definitely
those
not to
it's
that
not that
major,
level.
but for a smaller park like Kings Island,
Yeah,
it
I
ranks
mean,
pretty high.
it's up there with Monster Mansion in regional theme parks.
I love Monster
Yeah,
Mansion.
I think it's up there with Monster Mansion. It definitely was nowhere close to Monster Mansion and Blue Blasters or Scooby
No.
Doo. Um, so
And if
I
I wanna ride Boo Blasters, I'll just go to Carowinds.
yeah, or King's Dominion or
Canada's Wonderland.
Why They Last. I feel like these rides are gonna get replaced eventually.
Hopefully, they theme them to different things and not go across all.
Yeah, I don't think Phantom Theater needs to go there, but you can make it unique. There's enough unique characters at some of these parks that they don't use that I think you could do something.
Yeah,
So
agree.
I don't know. We'll see. Um, okay, we're gonna switch topics a little bit to quick.
Around the parks, we'll be
Oh,
talking about
oh yeah.
our Disneyland and Universal trip, Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags Magic Mountain on our next episode. It might not be all those parks together,
No, we got a couple episodes planned for this.
and we did do an event, so I
Yeah,
think that's
the
the next one we'll
event,
do, and
the
then the
Universal
parks.
special event will be the first one that comes out. I have at least one on Disneyland. Talk about lightning lanes, to be honest. We did use Flash Pass Ultimate also. So what do we think about that? That might be an episode that might just be added onto something.
I
I
think
don't.
it'll just be added on because I don't think we got the full.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Anywho, quick bites. Just an FYI at Kings Island. Go to the brew house monthly. They have a special.
Yeah,
We did not get the special last
we
month.
missed it. It was too busy.
We did try,
It was too busy.
but there was so many people in line. So
Yeah,
we're like, how about no?
yeah. Mostly the same menu.
What was the monthly special?
It was a foot-long hot dog with Grippos and barbecue sauce and something else on it.
Sounds awful.
Mac and cheese, I think. It looked
No,
good.
thank you.
I was gonna get it, and that brew house line, too busy.
I did, however, get the alcoholic beverage they serve at the brew house,
The
and
Angry
it
Peach?
was delicious.
Yeah. It does seem like at both times we went, the brew house line has been out the door. I cannot comment on why that is, but
We haven't eaten at the brew house. We
the
can't tell you why.
what I've been from what I've heard, it sounds like the brew house is taking a bit longer than it was already, so that's a problem because it was already taking a long time.
Most of the menu options have stayed the same, but Grain and Grill got something new, and Coney Barbecue.
Grain and Grill got a lot of new stuff. Cody Barbecue got rid of the rotisserie chicken that I loved, which I'm very sad about. So I'm gonna have to try the new smoked chicken. I hope it's not the same smoked chicken as before at the Chicken Shack, because then I'll be sad.
I don't like smoked
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm gonna be. The rotisserie chicken was one of my go-to menus. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was delicious. And
Um,
then
Grain and Grill got a new beef and something else new. I tried something new, didn't I?
you tried the pasta,
Yeah, there's Alfredo pasta now. What
and it
else
was
did I
pretty good.
get? I got
Pork
something.
chop.
Pork chop. I think they've had that before. Pork
And
chop
I got
was
my chicken and garlic
the
butter or garlic
the pork
potatoes.
chop was okay. It was a little dry when I had it, but the Alfredo pasta was good. I'll say that.
The chicken's always good.
The beef looked interesting. I want to try it eventually. I do miss their old beef a bit. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see.
We'll definitely have to do the chicken challenge this year.
I kind of want to, and I kind of don't want to, because the chicken is smaller.
But that means we can eat more.
I guess.
Anyhow, speaking of smaller, the
Yeah.
portion sizes have gone down. I always got the chicken at Grain and Grill, and I usually get 4 or 5 huge pieces of chicken, and this time I got 3 chicken nuggets.
Pretty much. So we did see that other people were talking about this too. This has been kind of a common thing. There was some things that I think were first day things. Uh, Someone had some small blue ice cream. It looked like that was
I
just.
think they ate half of it before they post that picture.
I don't know. I saw someone else then post another blue ice cream that was normal. We saw blue ice cream that was normal. So I don't
Or
know.
you just got a brand new person that
Maybe didn't
was
know what.
scared to
I don't know.
build your blue ice cream up.
There was a report of a sign somewhere about a scooping size. I don't know. I hadn't seen that, but there was a report that Coney Barbecue may have had a sign where it said 1 scoop of macaroni and cheese, when you used to get 2. So I don't know what that was about. So I don't like it. Um, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Um, I
Pack your lunch if you don't like it.
I
That's all I
guess
gotta say.
there are a couple consistent places that I think you can trust. I don't want to share them because then you'll go when I'm there. Um,
La Rosa's
uh, Probably La Rosa.
Panda
I will
Express.
say no, questionable because they've got a little smaller. I would say Tom and G, Skyline. You're probably gonna get the normal amount of food. La Rosa's, we heard they may have cut the pizza slices different, and we didn't see any of this, but that's what we heard. Um, I don't know about that. Uh, that's probably your main 3, probably, I'll say. I don't know.
Anyway, send us your questions to mgmadventures@yahoo.com or directly to one of us through one of our social channels.
Yes, and please make sure to like, follow, and share. And if you do watch us on YouTube, there's probably some pictures, especially with Phantom Theater. We'll put some pictures in. So
Yeah.
there you go.
See you on the next episode, adventures.
Bye.
Bye. Ugh.